wheelbarrow before I take this thing back out here. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Stupendous Growth. How's everybody been? Are you ready to start growing something stupendous? Got our seed starting mix out here. And I've been waiting. It's been, oh wow, it's way more unthawed than it was. It's still hard down there. It's like frozen. But yes, I probably have enough. But you know me, if you're a gardener, you know you're going to be starting more seeds than what you intended on. I just want to get some of this extra light and fluffy with the perlite. So I'm going to start some seeds. And this bag of charcoal that ended up getting thrown on there at the end of last summer. Everything around here is just a big hot mess. And I guess it's always better to have more than not enough, right? I mean, I want to make sure we got enough. I'm only going to be starting, I say this now. I went through our seeds. We have so many seeds. It's going to be so hard to like narrow down what all exactly I want to do and what Stu wants. His focus isn't on starting seeds yet. He said he's not quite there yet. So I'm like, well, one of us needs to be because, and granted, he's busy with work. But like one of us needs to be because if you want to have some tomatoes and peppers especially, and some other things that take longer than the tomatoes and peppers, then you got to get your seeds started. So, oh, I got to show you this view. Look at that. The end of the golden hour. Isn't it so pretty? I just love the colors laying over top of the mountains, and like you see that, so pretty. So this is my 4x8 garden bed. I got garlic here that the kids and I did. I think I shared that video. I'm not sure. I'll have to double check. And I did put some onions in there. So that's what these are. They're probably going to be ones that will go to seed, which is fine. We'll save the seeds from them. And then in the middle here, I'm going to get some onion sets and plant. We got trees here that we need to get planted. It's our compost bin. This was our garden mountain. Do y'all remember how big this looked last year? And it has sunk down quite a bit. So we didn't really do a whole lot last year, but the kids and I did get those 3 trees planted, fruit trees. And then Stu set these other ones here. I think that's where he wants to plant them. But this is going to be, I think we're going to do like a sunflower circle here. He's going to lay out the garden. Okay. We both have like this very artistic view. But when you have 2 artists working, your ideas can like overlap. And what he built for the backyard garden and at the old house in town was absolutely beautiful and magical, especially when it was in like full bloom. And yeah, it's still winter. I'm freezing. So I have full confidence in him that he can lay out a beautiful garden here. I told him, of course, we're going to add a couple extra arched trellises. Because I want more than just one like we had at the old place. We have plenty of room here for a couple. But yeah, this is going to be, so the fruit trees are here. He hung up a tire swing for the kids, and then so it's going to be in here. Down there is where I had the flower log and some cold crops, where I do my yoga in a garden. And then that was our tomato patch down there, and potatoes and some kale. There's still kale plants down there. They'll probably end up coming back. But super exciting. It's freezing though. I'm gonna go get my soil and go inside. I actually got to get dinner started, and then maybe once I put the kids to bed, I'll start seeds. I know Jolene lives to help me, but I'm going to be starting a lot in this tiny seed starting tray. And I just need to get it done. It's the end of February, last day of February, and we're a little behind, and I just need to get it done. So there'll be plenty more he can help me with down the road here. Come spring. Spring's only in 3 weeks, guys. 3 weeks. So let's get these seeds started. My sourdough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it's rising. It's rising. What's up, guys? Clearly, it's the next day. So after making dinner, getting the kids to bed, you're just still in that winter rut, you know? You just want to go curl up in bed and be warm and watch shows and... But we're starting the seeds today. We are starting them today. So, we're going to go through this seed mix and break it up. Make sure we don't got any large chunks in here. I'm trying to get you guys to where you can see a little bit. Should be alright. Hopefully you don't fall. So make sure, if you buy a seed starting mix at the store, it's light and fluffy. It's a bunch of small pieces. If you're making your own, you know, you just want to make sure you break it up real good. Get out any big chunks or stuff that's not supposed to be in there. That over there. Whoa! So like, that's a big chunk. There was some, where are they? Here's a stick. You don't want that in there. Some people will put their seed starting mix through like a screen sifter and get it real nice and fine. I mean, when you go to fill your cups or your seed starting tray, you can pick out stuff then too. But it's good just to get like an overall base. Like, we still got leaves out there. I don't want that. More leaves. I don't know. Let's see, like these big. You don't want that in your seed starting mix. Anything that's going to like be big and heavy, that's going to prevent the seedling from popping up through. You want to make sure you get it out of here. I don't know what it is. Where did those other big pieces go? I know there's a couple more in here. I guess I'll just find them. Whatever I do. Pick that up. So, I have no idea what was in here. I don't know if I want to mix this old stuff in with this or not, because it's dry and just, I don't think I do. I mean, it probably won't hurt it. I'd rather just put this in like one of the potted plants. I think that's what I'm going to do. I just want to say, you know it's the right day to be starting your seeds when the neighbor farm is coming down the lane with their tractors. And we haven't seen that happening in several months. Not making fun of them. I'm just talking funny. Is that cool though? I bet you they're going to spread manure. Here he goes. Yeah, maybe not. Don't know what they're doing, but that's a good sign. I'm on the right track. I'm not too late, right? So, speaking of the Mennonites, we have a couple Mennonite farms around here, and lately, this isn't Mennonite, but lately I've watched 2 Amish related movies, and the one, was that last night? No, the night before, was called something like +1 at an Amish wedding. That was okay. The one before that I watched was really, really good. I can't remember what that one was called, but they were just free movies on YouTube, Hallmark movies. But I actually love that culture because growing up I had Mennonite babysitters, 2 families that babysat my brother and I. And it was a blast. I learned a lot. I just really love the family atmosphere and the gardening and raising chickens and cows, and it was a lot of fun. A lot of my good childhood memories are at those 2 farms. But anyways, Julian is chomping at the bit to help me set seeds, so I'm gonna have to let him help. This is the tray. It is 8 by 16. So what I usually do is mark one corner and then another corner. Sometimes I use letters. Like this time I'm using 1-1 because it's number 1 on 16, number 1 on 8. And then I'll do row 16, row 16 and then 8 this way as like the end. So what I do then, when I put them in bigger cups, I'll mark them with like popsicle sticks or tags or something. But I'm not marking all these little individual things. So then I just make a chart in my gardening tablet. And like I have here, so like 1 by 1. So I'll label what seeds I'm starting there. And we're going to go kind of heavy this year. We normally don't. I normally do 1, maybe 2 seeds per pod. But we're actually going to go kind of heavy. And we're going to have to up pot them sooner. But it'll buy us time to get this space organized. Get some more lights set up that are still packed away from the moving. That's the other thing I was talking about last night. It's just moving is such a disaster and a mess. It's just a lot to like get rid of things, organize things. Like we lived in a 3-bedroom house and we moved to here, and we have a big shed, so it might be about the same amount of space, but it's just laid out totally different. And we just have so many things to get rid of and get organized, and garden beds to build and a greenhouse to put up and all that stuff. And I'm so excited. So anyways, I'm going to figure out what seeds here that I can have the kids help me with. That way Julian's not brokenhearted. These are Murasaki purple peppers that we brought the pepper plant indoors, so I'm hoping it's doing well out on the porch, that we can take it back outside in the spring here and let it come back to life. But we dried these peppers to save the seeds. So, I don't know if y'all can see. Maybe if I don't have anything planted here yet. So you can just break these open, right? Because plants are made to reproduce and go to seed. Keep looking over there because I thought the camera was over there. It's over here. They're made to reproduce, so they go to seed. So that way, if an animal eats them, they drop the seed out in their stool, or they drop their seed to the ground, the plant itself, and then it comes back again next year. So there's quite a few here, and I'm really hoping, whoop, just lost one, that they're going to germinate. Huh, there goes another one. Because I'm not going to test them. I'm just going to plant them. And there's a ton of seeds in here. But they should be good and ready to go. So it's quiet. I'm drinking my sleepy time tea. So good. Except for the occasional whine from my dog. She's so unhappy because the other dog, Turbo, stole her kennel, her bed, and she has like fluffy bedding in there. And she's mad because she has to go in the little kennel because I don't want them fighting while we're in bed. And I can't get her to stop whining. Whoops, there goes a seed. Boy, this is a little trickier than I thought. Yeah, it just got too crazy earlier with the kiddos around, and I couldn't focus on what tomatoes and what peppers we were doing, and so I just took a break and I got them in bed, and I'm forcing myself to stay up to do this. It's like I told Stu, I'm like, I'm still stuck in the winter time. Like, I don't want to start these seeds. I mean, I do want to start them, but like, I would rather go curl up in bed after the kids go to bed and just veg out and watch shows and just be warm and comfy under the blankets. But I have to start these because, granted, we can buy started plants, tomatoes and peppers and our herbs, in which we probably will definitely get some herbs because I don't seem to have very good luck with the herbs. And there's always a tomato, or I shouldn't be doing this right here. I don't know where that seed went. Maybe I'll find it then. But there's always like a new tomato or pepper you see that you want to buy. But if you have enough that you started from seeds, you had a choice, like if you wanted to grow heirloom or hybrids, or for taste or quality or something new that different that your local nurseries don't grow. Like this year, I'm going to be bringing back it's in this box, the orange accordion. I didn't try to grow that one last year. So last year I did start some tomatoes and peppers from seed, and I did get them planted in the ground up here, and thank God, because like we were able to save some of our pepper plants to overwinter, and we got the seeds from this Murasaki purple pepper plant. It is the sweetest pepper plant sweetest pepper you will ever try. Where's it at here? And I'm pretty sure there is one seed left in this packet. Let me see. Yes. There is just one seed left in this packet. Better not drop it. And so, had I not have done that, we would not have all these seeds. And I got about at least 4 more peppers in that paper bag over there. There's probably more than 4, but I did pull 3 out here. But I think I'm only going to need this one, maybe 2. Maybe I'll get another one here. But, I mean, isn't it just crazy? Like, from one seed, one plant, you can get all these seeds and be good. So that's why it's really important to save your seeds. And that, like, we moved last year, so, like, I was starting to talk about some of this yesterday and in the videos earlier. Like, we didn't really do much of a garden last year, but the effort, it took a lot of effort on top of moving to do what I did. And granted, we had to move our citrus trees and his banana trees and our started plants along with our entire house. And it's awesome because now I got these seeds. we got to kind of experiment how the sun, so like the first thing you want to do when you're setting up a garden space or building a garden, or you're in a new area or you move to a new area, even if you are already currently gardening, is you really want to study the sun and where your trees are in the property, and like where the sun is at certain times of day in the spring, in the summer, and in the fall. And I really think we kind of got a good idea of like end of summer to fall the year before we moved up here. And then last year we got a really good idea with, you know, building the bed. So where I had the tomatoes and peppers at last year in the potato bed, that's going to be better for more cooler weather crops. We actually need to move the tomato and pepper area out towards the back field some more, because that's going to get the most of the sun and like the warmest, like hottest part of the day sun as well. So it's just really cool, because then when you're establishing like permanent spaces, you can kind of build to that, because you have an idea of where you want to put your cool weather crops versus tomatoes, peppers, certain flowers, and just different, just your different things. So I am going to be getting sleepy here. I'm drinking some sleepy time tea. I haven't tried this kind before. I didn't realize there was different kinds, and this is the third different kind I've had. This one has chamomile, spearmint, lemongrass, which we're going to be growing a lot of lemongrass this year, because one, it is amazing. Tying the knots, freezing it, and putting it in soups over the winter time. It's like, if you do not have any other fresh herb, that just hits the spot so well, and so good for you when you're sick. So this also has tilia, Tilia. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Flowers in it, blackberry leaves, hawthorn, and rosebuds. And it tastes so good. But I'm probably going to be getting sleepy here. And so I'm thinking what I could do is I'll have my chart, right? So in the description down below, I can put in all the things that I started in this tray. It's not going to be everything we're growing, but when I start some more seeds, because I do want to get some herbs started. I don't think I'm going to have space in here. I think I'm going to have to do those in little containers for now, unless I can get out another seed starting tray. Oh, so I want to talk about that really quick. I don't actually like these seed starting trays. One is, it's a lot, right? Unless you're starting like one of the same kind, or just like maybe 2 or 3 different things, and you can like section it out better, it might be better for that. But the main reason why I don't like these is because they get sunk down in the center. See how that is? So that means it's great because you bottom water. So this tray pops out like this, and you bottom water down in here. And it's great for that. I believe in bottom watering. That's how I do our seedlings, you know, throughout until we transplant them outside. And so it's really great for that. But the plants in the middle here are going to get the bulk of the water, and you got to be careful of these edges drying out, and even like along the long edges too. So, and then they end up like cracking and splitting. So this might be the last year for this one. I don't know. We'll see. But anyways, I am getting really sleepy. This tea is kicking in. So I'm going to try to get this done. And I'm actually going to pop it in my oven with the oven light on until I can get the space set up for it. But that'll help germinate it. And then once things start germinating, I definitely need to get it out of the oven. One, I bake a lot. I bake bread and I cook a lot in the oven. So I just can't have it in there taking up space. But, oh, there's a Murasaki. Purple pepper seed. And so yeah, I can't have it in there taking up space because I use my oven a lot. And two, once they start popping up, if you leave them in there too long, they'll get out of hand really fast, because it's like actually really warm in there with your oven light on, and they'll start getting really tall and leggy, and I do not want my tomatoes and peppers getting like that. So I really need to get the other shelf from the shed and get the light out as well, and get these babies a home. And oh, just so excited to be growing stuff. I just need the weather to warm up so I can like kick it into high gear, you know, get that fire under you. So anyways, I hope this is encouraging, and I hope you start your seeds with us. Thanks for stopping by. Alright. Oh, forgot about my sourdough starter. Well, don't need double. I gotta discard and refeed this anyways. Put you there. Okay, let's get this tray in here. And the soil's really moist, so I'm going to spray it lightly tomorrow morning. I'm just gonna let it in here overnight. I'm actually gonna turn the light off, and then during the day I'll turn it on. But thanks for stopping by. Stupendous growth.